Good morning to all of you. I am Ashish Nirmal and I am going to deliver you lecture on the topic time and frequency domain representation. In previous class we discussed about signal and its types. Now in this class we discuss about time domain representation and frequency domain representation. Now we discuss about time domain representation. In time domain representation, a signal is a time varying quantity which gives following information like shape of signal, its frequency, type of signal, periodic, aperiodic, cycle period, etc. So in time domain representation, you can see all the physical parameter of the waveform. You can see the frequency, time period, signal characteristics like periodic, aperiodic. So all these type of characteristics you can see in time domain representation. In time domain representation, signal is varying with respect to time. So in this representation, you can see all the parameters which is related to the time, like frequency, time period, etc. Now we can see the frequency domain representation. In frequency domain representation, variable plotted on x-axis is frequency rather than time. A signal representation in frequency domain is called as line spectrum. Line spectrum consists of two graphs, namely amplitude spectrum and phase spectrum. In case of frequency domain representation, you can see in x-axis rather than time you can use frequency. So in this domain you can measure any quantity with respect to frequency. Now you can see here in frequency domain representation is also called as line spectrum. So line spectrum is basically a graphical method which has two types: amplitude spectrum, in which amplitude with respect to frequency. This graph, amplitude spectrum, represent a graph in which our amplitude is measured with respect to frequency. Now in second type, which is a phase spectrum. In phase spectrum we can see a graph in which phase is measured with respect to frequency. So now in frequency domain representation, we use two type of line spectrum. First one is amplitude spectrum and second one is phase spectrum. Now we can see it into a graphical form. Now we discuss about time domain representation and frequency domain representation. But if you want to convert our time domain representation into a frequency domain representation, then we used Fourier series or Fourier transform. So you can see the equation. If you want to convert time domain representation into a frequency domain representation, then you use Fourier series or Fourier transform. Now we can see the another point which is related to line spectrum. To know about what frequency component are present and in what proportion they have been mixed in order to obtain a particular shape of signal, line spectrum is used. If you want to know about what frequency component are present in our signal, then you use line spectrum. And if we want to generate another signal and you know about what frequency component have been mixed, then you also use line spectrum. So with the help of line spectrum, you can see the characteristics of a signal with respect to frequency. You can see the amplitude and phase with respect to frequency with the help of line spectrum. So line spectrum is very beneficial to know about the characteristics of a signal. Now we can see the problem which is related to the line spectrum, but before this we can see another point. To obtain the frequency spectrum of a signal, Fourier series and Fourier transform are used. If you want to generate frequency spectrum of a signal, then we use Fourier series or Fourier transform. Fourier series are generally used for periodic signal and Fourier transform is mainly used for aperiodic signal. So with the help of both these parameters, we can use to generate a line spectrum or frequency spectrum. Thank you. Now we can see the example of line spectrum. For this we can see a signal equation which is mt equal to 3 minus 5 cos 40 pi t minus 30 degree plus 4 sin 120 pi t. In this equation we have three terms. We can characterize all three terms by x1t, x2t, xct. In x1t our value is 3 because there is no phase and frequency, so it is cos 0 pi t. In second term, its amplitude is minus 5 cos 40 pi t minus 30 plus 180 degree. Because it is minus, so we convert it into a positive sign. So we can add cos theta plus 180 degree by coordinate geometry. So we convert it into a positive signal. By adding 180 degree, we can get the positive value of 5 cos 2 pi into 20 t plus 150 degree. Now in third term, we can see 4 sin 120 pi t, we converted into a cos by coordinate geometry. Cos theta minus 90 degree, we get the value of cos. Now, but in this case, we get the negative phase. So by defining each term, we can have 3 terms, and each term has its own amplitude, frequency, and phase. So we can see frequency, phase, and amplitude of each term. In first term, our amplitude is 3, frequency 0, and phase is 0. In second term, our amplitude is 5, our frequency is 20 degree, our phase is 150 degree. In third term, our amplitude is 4, our frequency is 60, and our phase is minus 90 degree. Now we can draw the line spectrum as amplitude spectrum and phase spectrum. In amplitude spectrum, we can see the amplitude in terms of frequency. We can define amplitude in terms of frequency in amplitude spectrum. So here at 0 degree, we get the amplitude 3 by our first term. In 20 degree, we get the 20 hertz, we get the frequency of 5, amplitude of 5. In third term, at 60 hertz frequency, we get the amplitude of 4. So in amplitude spectrum, we can see the amplitude in terms of frequency. Now we can see the phase spectrum. In phase spectrum, our first term has 0 phase angle, so at 0 degree, it gets the value of 0 degree. In second term, at 20 hertz, it gets the phase of 150 degree, and in third term, it gets the phase of minus 90 degree. So with the help of phase spectrum, you can see the phase angle with respect to frequency, and in amplitude spectrum, you can see the amplitude in terms of frequency. So both amplitude spectrum and phase spectrum are defined in line spectrum. So with the line and spectrum, you can see the characteristics of a signal, amplitude or phase with respect to frequency. With the help of line spectrum, we can define the characteristics of a signal. Now we can see all other examples in our upcoming lecture. In this lecture, we can see the definition of time domain representation, frequency domain representation, and we can also define the line spectrum and parameter of line spectrum, and we can see the problem which is related to line spectrum. We can see the graphical representation of line spectrum in this lecture. So in our upcoming lecture, we can see all other problems which is related to the signal and singularity function. Thank you.